Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing this July the 17th, 2025 noontime cryptocurrency and blockchain technology gold and silver bullion update they've come to expect and deserve and need. Bell notification, comment down below, and like the channel, share it to get that truth, trust, education, and information as we become asset millionaires together and you join me along my mission via gold and silver bullion and mining stocks, cryptocurrencies, 401k, steady investing, real estate, and some cash on the side for emergencies, peace of mind, buying new or accumulating an existing asset. And that's why that cash is very, very important. And the ETF for XRP has been approved, and the pump continues with the news, and you can see you're up better than 45% this month. You're up 56% the last 3 months, 30% in 6 months, and almost 7x in the last year. You're up 7 times yourself in the last year, and that's very exciting. And the pump will continue. There could be, and there more than likely will be, profit taking at some point, and then a reload and a consolidation. And then as all these ETFs start to come out and the time goes on, just like the Bitcoin ETFs took a little bit of time, you'll probably get corporate and hedge funds to start accumulating the ETF and the XRP in the ETF, just like they're doing with Bitcoin and the ETFs right now. I think you're going to see that with XRP, and that's what's going to catapult XRP probably into the $4 to $7 range. By the end of 2026, you'll be in the $4 to $7 range, right? I truly believe that. You're seeing what it's going on with the Bitcoin. I think they're going to pile on. They're doing it with Ethereum. So why wouldn't they jump into the XRP too? Why they're buying all these coins, right? Another thing that's pumping, and I think will continue to pump because it's very bullish in the commodity sector with this bull market, is palladium. I've been out in the open on that I have purchased palladium a few weeks ago. We bought more a few weeks ago. It's up to a 2-year high. Platinum is up to a 13-year high. Platinum, I believe, touched $1,500, or almost did last week. Let's see where platinum got up to last week. Platinum got up to, where is that? 1477 last week. And I think platinum's going to, if we zoom out to the daily time frame, I think platinum's coming all the way up. I thought I had a marker on here. I guess I don't. Let's zoom out a little bit farther on platinum because I don't have a marker. I think your next move in platinum, see, you're at a major resistance level. You fulfill this cup. There could be a consolidation now, and I believe after you break this in platinum, your next move is between the 1900 and the all-time high. And palladium is the same thing. You can see the palladium ETF. It was a little bit behind platinum or palladium itself, the bullion, but now it's catching up. And I think what's going on here is if we go into palladium, I think your next major move, it's got to fulfill this cup, sort of like platinum has done. Let's get our price target. I believe it's got to fulfill this up here, and I think we're coming up to $1,600 next in palladium. Even though it's highly risky, it's highly speculative, we did purchase some of that, and the position is doing well right now. If we take a look at it, it's up $130 or 2.63% today. It's up 10.33% overall, or $478 at $5,199 over the last several weeks. So that's good. I'm very bullish in that. Very bullish, obviously, on commodities. We've been accumulating for quite some time, but there has been a pullback. Besides, what I've noticed, whenever there's a pullback in metals, Rivian seems to go up. And whenever metals go up, Rivian seems to go down for whatever that inverse correlation is. But this is a good time to accumulate some of those stocks. If we move on in here to the XRP price, you can see the XRP price, if we zoom in, is all the way up here with one of our tracks show of $5. And I didn't believe this when it showed this was the outliner coming all the way up here. I didn't believe that, but this is the price action in the track that's been most accurate so far. Albeit a couple of these other ones did have this spike, just they had it in June, not July. but then they did have both of those had a sell-off, so we'll see how that plays out. But if we zoom into the daily time frame, no, not the 1 hour, the daily, zoom that into there beautifully. If we take a look at, is this the daily? Why are our moving averages all malarkeyed around? Is this the daily time frame? What happened here? Some of these all got moved. Maybe I was in the hour time frame and something thinking I was in the daily. What is going on? Come on. Bring that back to the 100-day. I don't know why it won't let me grab the 200-day. That's making no sense. You can see where the 50-day is. Now you'll let me grab it. The 200-day. So you can see what you got. You got your major moving averages. You're extremely bullish. You had your peak in volume in the daily back here on this candlestick. Now you've been in up and sideways consolidation right here. See the up and sideways consolidation with falling volume? Technically, that would say that the price should correct to the downside, but should and do in crypto are two different things. You have an upside target of $3.76 right now. On any kind of retest, your major underneath support now is that 304 because we flipped it, something that we were talking about when you were fighting through the $2.56 level. And then if you fell below the 302, that would bring the 256 back into play. But right now you're above that. The price is pumping still, and your upside target is $3.76 with a major short-term support level to keep this short-term bullishness going at 304. If you breach the 304 for any reason, the 256 is your next major underneath support. If we go into the XLM, it's the same thing. You've consolidated on XLM on this 40-cent level. You can see last Friday we put this bullish and bearish consolidation. It's consolidating bullish right now. The price is consolidating for the most part sideways at the top, and we've had two peaks in volume, and we went up and sideways a little bit with the falling volume, which should say this should correct, but it is also somewhat bullish formation too. And you can see we're just above in the daily time frame, the 43 cents. We're safely above, and we've had a freshly minted golden bullish cross where not only did the 50 get above the 100, it got above the 200, and the 100-day got above the 200-day. Now you have the short-term moving average on the top and the long-term moving average on the bottom, which signifies a recent, significant, and long-standing bullish trend. When you can see now, as long as you're above the 43 cents, you're extremely short-term bullish. And your next upper target from where you're at right now is up here at this major upper resistance at 55 to 63 cents, your swing high. And as long as you're above the 43 cents, you can make a run at that, and then eventually try to make a run at the all-time high of 80 cents and potentially pushing yourself over $1 at some point next year. Our tracks do show that. And for any reason this falls below 43 cents, your next major area of support, and it's an extremely big area of support, and I would expect to bounce if it did come back down there, is the 36 cents with the 43 cents bullish or bearish short term. As long as you're above that 43, you're short term bullish. Is if you go below it, you're short term bearish. But we're all long term bullish in the long term on all of these. You're just looking for areas to accumulate. If we look at algo, it's the same thing, continues to pump. Your next major upper target is down here, up here at 36 cents. Your lower target and major support is 24 cents. For any reason, if you break that, you would go to the 200-day moving average. But in the bullish action, your next upper target is 36 cents. The same thing with XCN. It continues to work its way up, shooting in the bullish fashion. And you can see we have had a freshly minted bullish cross here where the 50 has got over the 100. We're above the 14 cents. We're above the 200-day moving average. And as long as we're above the 50 and the 100, your next upper target is up here at the bottom part of a familiar zone, up here at the 0.022. You can see all the times we got rejected. And of course, AMP. I am very, very bullish on AMP. I'm still waiting for this to go. It's attempting to move to the next level, to the upside, which the next pump and push to the upside on this continuing building of trying to break out for a 1 to 3x return from its area of the price now is you have to breach this 0.00399 or the 100-day. And when it does it, if it does, and I believe it will, you'll see a big quick candlestick like 12% straight up to the 200-day moving average. Then we'll consolidate, and then I believe the next move is going to bring us for 22% total return from where the price is now up to 0.0041. And I believe eventually in the next couple of weeks we have a beautiful, phenomenal 80% pump to possibly a 2x move. Peace and love. The Rex Eyebrow, Jay.